Hi, Nick here with PFPSports.com. We're here with the lightweight champ, Kris Armbrister. Chris, first question I wanted to ask is, how did your training camp go, and what was your preparation like for this fight?
My training camp went great. We this past month, we did a lot of grappling. We pulled a bunch of guys in that we have on call, to simulate wrestlers for Aaron. I mean, he's pretty short, but we did the best we could, and I think we did a good job. I mean, a lot of our guys were really strong, and he's supposed to be a strong guy. So, I mean, we put in the work on the mats, and hopefully it'll pay off.
Fantastic. How long was the training camp for this fight?
This training camp was probably about 4 months, because my last fight was in January when I got the title, and then we haven't been training, or we were going to fight in March, but we weren't sure, so we decided to stick with this May fight, and then we've been training since January, so strictly speaking, about 4 months. So a good 2 months of grappling training, and then boxing and kickboxing and jiu-jitsu for the other 2 months, mixed around, so total of 4 months.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed you mentioned kickboxing and jiu-jitsu, and the first thing I would mention is watching a lot of your fights. I noticed you got some fantastic ground and pound, real sharp elbows from the top, but I noticed your bread and butter is mainly the jiu-jitsu. You love that triangle from the bottom. Is that your go-to? Is that what you really love looking for?
It's not my go-to. I'd say my ground is definitely the go-to. I like to strike and hang it out there, like anybody else. I'm tall, so I like to throw my arsenal out there. And if I get caught or slips or I get a little tired, which I don't, but if I do, I rely on the ground a lot. And yeah, a lot of my fights are won with submissions, but that's because I'm trying to end it. Sure. And if I see it, I'm going to end it.
No, I don't think you could ask for anything more than that. Speaking of jiu-jitsu, I noticed you, again, I'm a huge jiu-jitsu fan. I like going to Pan Am's, Worlds, things like that. And I notice your hips are really versatile, and you like to go for that butterfly guard. And it seems like you're always looking for a submission and always looking for a way to end it. I mean, it's pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know what I mean? I never took jiu-jitsu. I never took a 1 hour jiu-jitsu class.
Wow. I've
just done submissions and a lot of MMA grappling. I've never once put on a gi, never done any jiu-jitsu. It's my last coach where I done. He wrestled in high school, so he knew a lot of submissions. Because he's a wrestler, he does the ground, so he took his classes and he just taught me, the submissions that I needed to get by and the matches that I had, and I've just picked it up so good, and I'm like a sponge. That's what they tell me. I just go with people so well.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, looking at how you throw up submissions and you're always staying active in your guard. I mean, I never would have guessed that you've never taken 1 day of jiu-jitsu. That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people, just like you, they're shocked. It's amazing. It's a lot no wrestling background, no nothing. It's crazy how you're just fluid. You look like you wrestled. You look like you done something. I guess I'm just a competitor. You know what I mean? I used to race motocross when I was little, and I was always good in that, and baseball and football. So I think it's pretty much what I get my hands onto, and if I'm 110% motivated, I'm going to do good at it.
For sure, man. That's unbelievable. That's almost hard to wrap your head around. But some people just have an aptitude for things like that, and you just seem to be one of them. Do you notice any added pressure just being the champ? I mean, you feel like you have a target on your back constantly?
I like that target. That's why I kind of gunned for the champ. I wanted to be that, so you can always fight, because like you said, there's a lot of guys coming up right now that's hard to fight. So, but if you have a strap, you're always going to be fighting, definitely. And it doesn't take a toll on my head. It's not too much pressure. Like I said, I did the motocross thing previously, so there was a big crowd. It was always all the pressure and stuff like that. So I've already gone through this thing already. So I kind of know how to hold it better than a lot of people and keep my composure and just kind of relax and stuff until it's time to go, and then you let the fire go.
Sure. I mean, competition's competition. I mean, it is what it is, and I mean, it seems like you have a good handle on it. How do you deal with the nerves before a fight in front of all those people?
Just try to stay confident, you know what I mean? You try to stay 110% confident with yourself. Don't try to have any negative flaws in your mind, because if you're negative, then you're going to be negative. You try to stay positive and be humble and look forward. Don't try to turn around and look behind you. You stay on one track and stay on that track, and I think that'll carry you a long way. It's not being cocky, it's being confident.
Yeah, nothing wrong with confidence at all. In fact, I think you need a certain amount of it just to, compete and survive in a sport like this. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, just definitely.
Perfect world. I know they already asked you for a prediction. I know you kind of don't want to give out too much of your game plan, but in an ideal world, what's the best way for you to end this fight tomorrow night for your MMA career?
I'm trying to look out for a highlight reel. If I'm trying to go to the next league, Strike Force or UFC, I definitely got to look for a highlight reel in this fight. And I'm definitely going to try to look for something. I'm not going to go out there and push and push and push and try to make it happen. I'm going to make it come to me, and then I'm going to capture it and end it.
That sounds fantastic. I love the plan. I love the style, and can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Kris Armbrister, everybody. Thank you so much.